What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the tower. So today I'm going to be going over all the new card masteries, and I'm going to be ranking them, and then I'll talk about like where they're good and stuff, like whether it would be for farming or tournaments or milestones or something like that. So yeah, let's get into it. So starting off with damage, this is going to be A. So there's a lot of new damage multipliers in the update, and this is a pretty big one. It's at max level it gets up to 5x, which is really huge. Yeah, I mean there's not really much to say about it, just besides being a big multiplier. Attack speed is also going to be A. I'm going to put it below damage though, just because I think the 5x damage is definitely better than the attack speed. I mean, attack speed is really good. It's a 1.3x multiplier at max level, that's really big. So it definitely helps with like chain lightning and like keeping enemies back. Yeah, there's really not a lot to say about some of these early ones. They're mostly just stat boosts. Health, I'm going to put this in B for a few reasons. There's really not that many like new health multipliers in the update. So it doesn't really like work as well with like a combination of different masteries compared to like the damage, for example. It's only 3x. I mean that is a lot, but it's just not gonna help as much as some of the other ones. Health regen, I'm gonna put this in D. It is really good in farming, just because you can get perks, but it's not really good anywhere else. Regen's pretty much a farming specific stat because of that. It will help a lot, but I mean, you're not really going for survivability in farming, right? You would rather get more coins, so it does help you get more coins in that sense, but it also makes the run longer. So I don't think it actually helps that much in the long run. And this is a 5x multiplier, I don't know if I mentioned that. Next we have range. I'm putting this in C. I would put it in D, but at max level, you get 3x damage per meter, which is really big if you have Spotlight Plus, or if you just rely on like damage per meter for like bullets damage. I think chain lightning is just better than that now, but I mean, there's probably a few people that still use bullets that way. So yeah, it's definitely bottom of C though, because it doesn't have that many uses. Cash, I'm gonna put that in B, but below health. It is really good for like rerolls, because there's also like tournament farming got removed, right? So it's a pretty good source of like rerolls, but there are some upcoming reroll changes. I don't know if that's actually confirmed or it's just like rumors, but I think there's definitely a lot better investments rather than going into this. I think this is going to go pretty well with the enemy balance mastery, because you get more elites, so you get more rerolls from elites with this. So maybe it could be a little bit higher if you have that. Next is coins. I'm going to put this in the top of A for now. I mean, coins are just a really big part now, especially with extremely expensive labs for all these. So I think it's super important. Max level is at 1.3x, so that's really big. Yeah, just more coin multipliers is always better. Slower, I'm going to put this between these two. So this just like slows the enemy attack speed, which is really huge if you have max level, which is 50% slow, so it takes enemies double the time to attack, which is really nice. Super helpful for raise, but also like even like bosses, if they're with like a Thornus VC, if they're sitting on you, they're gonna attack super slow. And also like if there was like some range, like range behind boss or something, and that doesn't really happen that much anymore. But yeah, something like that, it would help a lot. Critical chance, I'm going to put this in the top of B for now. It's a decent amount of damage that you get, but it's just not even close to like the damage card. So I can't really rank like the damage multipliers that low, just because of how many multipliers there are in the game for damage. Enemy balance, I'm going to put this in the bottom of A. I think a lot of people would rank this higher, but the double elite spawns it gives can really like, it can hurt you in like if you're doing tournaments or milestones with it. And there's just like no way to turn it off, so this is like, once again, it's like farming only card. You can't really run it in like those other scenarios at all if you have it. But it is really big for like, you get extra combos from like more scatters, and you also get a lot more cells. So yeah, really good in that regard. Extra defense, I'm gonna put this in B. It just gives you more stats. It's just more defense. I'm putting this below health just because it doesn't really help you in farming at all if you already have 98%. I think it does give you around the same like EHP boost as health in like a tournament. So yeah, I'm still lower though. I think the health is definitely better. Fortress. I think this is probably the worst mastery right now. It just gives you at max level 100 seconds less of wall rebuild, which I don't think that does that much. I guess like it could be good in tournaments, but I mean your walls are just gonna instantly break unless you have like extreme commitment to like EHP and like regen. But yeah, it's gonna be like really hard for like EHP to keep up with all the new damage multipliers. Free upgrades, I'm gonna put this in C above range. This one is mostly quality of life, but I mean it does have use. It makes like running Black Hole Digester for farming a lot easier. it will allow like setups that wouldn't be possible without it. So yeah, that does help like your coin income in that way if you use Black Hole Digester. Because you can ban like landmine chance, you can ban like knockback chance, ban orbs. And it goes up to like 10, so you can just ban like pretty much whatever you want. Yeah, really nice in that regard. Extra orb, I'm gonna put that in the high B. You get a 1.4x coin bonus at max level. That's pretty big. I think it's like it's hard to make it like work really well. Like it's not just 100% of the time better to have orbs going. Like I think a lot of the time it's better to have like your Death Wave on because you get a much larger coin bonus from that if you're getting all the kills with Death Wave. But yeah, this is really nice for like once your Death Wave breaks, pretty big chunk of extra coins in like your last waves of your farming run. So yeah, I picked this one up. I think it's pretty cool. Plasma Cannon, I'm gonna put this in high C. I think this one looks better than it actually is. It only actually does like 27% to elites, which is really not that much. It does gain a lot of value when you have like max Chain Lightning Plus, so you'd get like a free 54% on race, and then you'd get the extra 27. So that does make them a lot easier, but I mean it's not gonna help that much for like the other elites, guys. I mean they don't really do anything. Race are the only problem, and you need to have a lot of investment to make it work. Critical coin, I'm gonna put this right below coins. I think they're pretty close. It pretty much just doubles the coins you make from basics. Just 100% chance for them to drop 2 coins instead of 1. When it does roll the 33% chance at least. But yeah, there are a lot of basics every run, so I think that really adds up. And yeah, once again, all coin multipliers are good. Just like keep building those, so they do add up. Wave skip, I'm gonna put this at the bottom of B. This is definitely like the worst like economy one. I mean, it will give you more coins, but like the other ones are just much better if you're looking for coins. 55% chance for a double wave skip instead of just a single one. And I mean, it'll also get you like farther waves faster. But yeah, I don't think it would actually add up to too much in the end. Intro sprint, I'm gonna put that on top of B. I was considering putting this in A. It does have a few issues, so I decided to just put it in B. At max level, you get to wave 1600 like really quickly, which is massive. Especially if you have the Wave Accelerator Mastery, like at a pretty good level. It just like pretty much lets you skip past all the bad waves at that point. So yeah, really huge for econ. It's not like direct econ doesn't actually like give you more coins, but it does help you get them much more efficiently. Landmine Stun, I'm gonna put this between Extra Orb and Health. It is pretty nice, but I mean in the end it is just a percent chance to happen. 27% for stun enemies to miss their attacks. I mean, you could get completely unlucky and just not get like any at all when you need it. It doesn't do as much. It doesn't work on bosses because you can't actually stun them with landmines. Recovery package chance. This is our first S tier. This one, I think this is the best mastery right now. It's not gonna help you in the short term, but over time, it will help you immensely. So you at max level of this, there's a 4% chance for a package to drop a common module. If you do 1,000 waves on average, you'll get about 82 of each shard type. And over like a day, if you just like run max speed over a day with this, you get about like 1,500 shards of each type, which is insane. I mean that just like even if tourney farming was still a thing for shards, that's even better. That's much better than that. So yeah, this is insane from getting shards for modules. If you're feeling like getting something like a good investment for the future, definitely get this one. Next we have Death Ray. I'm gonna be putting this somewhere in here, below cash, I guess. 50% damage through like a protector shield's really nice. I mean that helps like for farming and like tournaments and milestones. So yeah, it's just really nice to like be able to like pierce through the protector shields. It definitely will get some value like no matter when you have it. You just have to be using it actively. That's the only problem. And like I don't think somebody would want to use the card slot on that. Energy Net, I'm gonna put that right below Death Ray. The extra multiplier is really nice, but it is only temporary. Like, it could be good if you rely on Chain Lightning for damage, but, I mean, it's a lot of RNG just to get your stuff to, like, all your damage stuff to align at the right time, because, I mean, once the timer runs out, the 10 seconds after the boss being trapped, it's, like, it's just useless, it doesn't do anything. Super Tower is also S. This is insane. This is the best one for damage right now. Just as it multiplies both your ultimate weapon damage and your spotlight bonus, which I think is actually a bug. I assume it's gonna get changed just so it doesn't work with a spotlight bonus because it's extremely broken. If you have the max like Super Tower bonus lab, you'll get around 22x damage just with this card alone. Compared to like 5, that's just like it's insane. If they didn't remove the spotlight bonus from this though, it'll be like, I think the max is around like 4.5. So I mean, at that point, I'll probably put it below damage, like right below damage, because you also do need the uptime with it. Maybe I'll put it like somewhere in here. But yeah, for now, it's staying in S tier. Second Wind, kind of the same thing I said about regen. But yeah, I'll put it there. Like, there's just too many damage multipliers now for it to be able to like keep them outside of farming like that. Like, this could be pretty useful for farming, but it's really only going to gain you like 400 to 500 waves, because the extra regen bonus lasts 400 waves. But it is nice if you have the max recharge lab, because you will keep the regen boost until it comes back. They align perfectly like that, so yeah, pretty nice if you're running like a regen build though. But yeah, it's only going to help in farming. Demon mode, I'm going to put it right below damage. It is technically just a 6x damage multiplier if you have the max recharge lab, because it works the same way as Second Wind. 6 times the damage, 300 waves after you activate it. So if you have the max recharge lab, you can just click it right when the 300 waves ends, and then you get the damage multiplier back. Or I guess you could wait till you're like about to die again, just to get a little more value out of it. But yeah, I think these are like super similar. This would definitely be better if you're like AFK. This is just more consistent because you would have to actually like be there to click the demon mode. Yep, super similar. Energy shield. I'm gonna put this in C. The good thing about this one is the actual effect that's useful, I think, is just comes with it. You don't actually have to upgrade it at all, because it pushes enemies and then resets the raise charge, and then the upgrades, the lab upgrades, increase the pushback of enemies, which I don't think that part's that good about it. I do think the ray resetting can be good though. But yeah, I don't think it's worth unlocking compared to most of the other ones above it. Like, you definitely want most of these first compared to this, so. A wave accelerator? This is also S tier. So yeah, max level, it doubles the speed that spawn rate increases, which is insane for farming. You will reach max spawns at 3,250 waves if you have the labs maxed. So yeah, that's just like such a good boost for farming. If you have this in combination with interest sprint, you will have very little time where you don't have max spawns. You'll pretty much get to wave 1600 really quickly, and then that's already pretty close to 3,250. So yeah, just super efficient farming with that. Very, very good. Berserker. I'm gonna put this low B. I think this one could be really good. You pretty much just gain infinite damage when you get a Death Defy for like 300 seconds. So it's pretty much like demon mode activation when you get a Death Defy. Like, technically, that's as long as you don't die like right before that, right before you get the boost. Because yeah, having 500x damage is pretty much just infinite damage. You're gonna be back to like killing everything super easily in that time frame, and you're not gonna be able to get hit at all. So yeah, I mean, it's just like the hard part is just being able to get it to trigger, because you can definitely have a run where it doesn't trigger at all and it just doesn't do anything. I think this is really good for like glass cannon builds though, super good. Just because you're gonna have a chance to Death Defy every time you get hit. Ultimate crit, I'm gonna put this right below demon mode. This one's really good as well. I think at my level, most of my damage actually comes from ultimate crits. So I mean, it's pretty much it actually more than doubles your chance to get an ultimate crit. So I mean, it just adds a ton of consistency. But yeah, I really don't think it's gonna beat like a 5x or a 6x multiplier, but I will put it right next to them. And then lastly, we have Nuke. I'm gonna put this right below Slower. It has a similar like thing going with the damage in demon mode. It does the exact same thing as Slower once you use it for 300 waves. So 50% less attack speed. And yeah, these do stack, which is huge. So if you're running both of these, you can just slow their attack speed a ton. They can't really like be very hard to get multiple hits off. So yeah, you just pop this, and then for 300 waves, they have 50% less attack speed. Then you can just pop it again once you get it back, and then you pretty much have that for the rest of the run. So yeah, that's kind of where I think all the masteries are right now. Yeah, there's definitely a few that stand out. Tell me in the comments if you think you would rank any of these higher or lower, because this is just my opinion after all. So yeah, sometime this week or like early next week, I'm gonna have a video on the vault. Still don't know what that is. Not quite at the point of unlocking keys yet. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna make a video on that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Bye.